Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the last of the Dragonfly unboxings. The first video was the Dragonfly and Wild Bill, and then I reviewed Nightforce Ripcord, and then Glinda, and today we are wrapping it up with David Crazylegs Thomas. Cool packaging, mural, character on the back. Let's move on. We've seen it all now. I've had issues with some of the other figures that came with the Dragonfly because their portraits do not look like the rest of Classified to me. They have a sort of unfinished look, and the paint apps are almost video gamey. Like it looks like a Pixar person standing next to a real person. It's weird, and when you we'll see a direct comparison in a minute, because of course I've got my trusty Dusty here in the workshop that we'll do a side-by-side so you can see what I'm talking about if you don't already know. Please do go back and watch the other reviews if you have not. The Dragonfly review is pretty epic, and I had a blast discovering all the features of that thing and just talking about how great it is. And then Ripcord, I don't know. Knife stuck to my finger. And Glinda, I was overall pretty happy with. And I can tell you right now, I think Crazylegs looks really cool too, aside from the same issues with his head deco and the finish on that plastic. And keep this in mind, and I should have mentioned this in the other reviews as I was going through them, there may be other Classified figures whose plastic has this lack of gloss, this what I think looks unfinished look, and I'm just not thinking of them right now, or for whatever reason didn't notice them when I reviewed them before. I don't know, but it's also the eyes on these seem to stand out a little more to me. I do like his stubble here. He's got a very faint. Here, we'll go ahead and zoom. He's got very faint stubble that's nicely done. He's got some smudges around his eye, but I mean, I cannot see those with the naked eye. They're literally just, whoa. Oh man, are we going to have a focusing problem again? This drove me nuts when I went live a few weeks ago. The call sign Longbow figure. I thought I was going to lose my mind. Hair looks good. It's got his own look. The dark brown is a color we haven't seen a ton of in the Joes. Like I said, these two little smudges you see right here, I can't even see them holding the figure in my hand. I think his face deco looks a little better than Ripcord's. Ripcord seems to be, to me, to my eye, to be the worst. Well, now the camera won't even... There we go. It's a minor difference, and I can't quite describe what it is, but just Ripcord looks weirdly different to me. He kind of... Oh, here's what he looks like. Well, and here's Trusty Dusty for comparison. I mean, you can see the difference in these decos. Ripcord kind of looks like Primus in the Winona's Big Brown Beaver video. Crazylegs doesn't look quite as weird to me. All right, back to Crazylegs. So he has got a different flight suit from Ripcord. He's got the quilted pattern in there that I think looks great. He's got web gear. Oh man, he's got a lot going on here, and it all seems to fit pretty nicely too. So he's got this paratrooper gear. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. That's over his regular web gear. So in theory, you'd have to take him apart, but you could take this off if you wanted to. I do not want to, so I'm not going to. I love the Nightforce colors on him, though. The reds and the black and the drab. Like, I think Nightforce has a cool color scheme for Classified. It's not my favorite of the... You know, he's got one ankle that is little looser than I'd like it to be. Night Force is not my favorite of the sub-teams in the original line, but I think when the figure is larger like this and you can throw more little details like the reds here, it gives a little more character than the smaller figures had. Oh, that knee is super loose too. Well, no, it is not loose. That's not the right term. It's just not as snug. The ratcheting isn't quite as solid. Overall, he feels a little more loose than the other figures from this set. But the plastic still feels sturdy and good. Everything is moving. Got a nice little Tampa over here. But he does not have the Night Force logo on him like Ripcord did. So that's a little disappointing. But it's up on Ripcord's shoulder, and you couldn't very well put it on top of this quilted padding. And since obviously we'll be getting a regular Crazylegs at some point, so you wouldn't want to put anything there that you'd then have to fill on the regular version. He looks cool. I like him. This quilting on the black gives the black a little more character, a little more interesting texture. I'm pretty happy with him. Let's see what else we've got going on. He has got his backpack, parachute. Hope it fits in well. That's been a thing lately. Oh, it goes in nice and snug. I would, as I would with all of the backpacks, prefer a little more contour. But pretty good, pretty good. Okay. He's got two different sets of goggles, one that go on top of his helmet and one set that goes on his head. We'll go ahead and try those head goggles out now. Ooh, they might be a little snug. No, they're fine. I might have put those on upside down. I think I did put those on upside down. Well, did I? I don't know. Maybe they just look upside down. No, that looks better, doesn't it? I think so. Okay, so he's got those, and then he's also got a little hat. It's a nice red and black detail. I don't know what possessed them to throw this hat in here. I won't be using it. Not on him, anyway. It fits really nicely, though. You know what? It probably would need to be... he strikes me as a backwards hat kind of guy. Okay. Oh, maybe that could go on rock and roll. And then the helmet, which is what I will be putting on him. You know what? I say that, though. If we're getting a regular Crazylegs, maybe Night Force Crazylegs does have the hat on. And I save the helmet for the regular Crazylegs. Ooh, that seems potentially like the plan. I kind of wish I'd left his goggles on to go under the helmet. But I don't know. Oh, interesting. So these... No, these shouldn't go around the helmet. They would fit on the top. Right. Yeah, whatever. Those... I'm not sure about that. Helmet has a lot of cool detail. Looks different from anything else we've seen. Yeah, you know what? Now, I think I've sold myself on this guy. Is going to have goggles and backwards cap. I don't know why I'm putting the goggles on him with the cap. Doesn't seem necessary. Well, I want to cover his eyes up because that's the weakest part of the design, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I don't like the goggles. Yeah, maybe just the hat. I don't know. Interesting. I like these variables we're dealing with. Of course, the backpack popped right out because it doesn't sit very well. We've got a knife. Very nice looking, pretty rigid. Silver blade, which I give them credit for putting that paint on there because Night Force having an all black blade would not bother me. So I'm glad they put that silver paint on there. A hand blaster with a port for blast effects in the front. Goes right into that thigh holster. And finally, a very unique submachine blaster with a folding stock that can probably like tuck into the front here if you really want it to, but I'm going to have him just wielding it, ready to go. I might put his goggles around his neck or something. I'm not sure. I like him. Man, that backpack just really doesn't... Well, I thought it had gone in there really solidly, but I was wrong. Can't get his hat quite situated in a way that I like, because I don't want his bangs hanging out, but it looks weird. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's it. So there's Crazylegs. I like him. Night Force Crazylegs. Pretty cool. Has a unique look. He's going to look good with the rest of Night Force. I don't know if I'll even leave the backpack on him. I'm not sure. But whatever the case, pretty happy with this one. I think his face works better than, certainly better than Ripcord's, maybe even a little better than Wild Bill's. But good figure. Good stretch goal figure for sure. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like. And also, yo, Joe.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.